7 men are state-sponsored terrorists. Today they will commit an act of murder that will start a war. This is the Black Hand Gang. Gavrilo Princip is their leader, a trained assassin. Nedeljko Kabrinovic is a suicide bomber. Danilo Ilic is the fixer for the gang. Trifko Grabez provides the muscle. Mehmed Basic is a veteran of previous attacks. Popovic and Kabrilovic are schoolboys along for the ride. This is their target, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the throne of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Archduke Franz Ferdinand has spent the morning inspecting troops on maneuvers outside the city, and is now about to set off on a tour of Sarajevo. Although he has been advised he could receive a hostile reception, the Archduke is determined to project a friendly image towards his subjects. He insists on driving through the town in an open-topped car. In the same spirit, Franz Ferdinand has decided against deploying the army onto the streets. Instead, just 120 policemen are on duty. Yesterday, local newspapers published the Archduke's route. Now the assassins take up their position along the Apple Quay, the main street which runs alongside the River Milchka. First in line is Mehmed Basic. 2 years ago he tried and failed to assassinate the governor of Sarajevo. Today Governor Potorek is travelling in the same car as the Archduke. Further up the street, Nedeljko Kabrinovic asks an unsuspecting local police to point out the Archduke's car. He learns it will be the 3rd vehicle in the 6-car motorcade. Next, the 2 schoolboys move into position. Popovic and Kabrilovic stand opposite each other, one on either side of the street. They are both armed with a bomb. Trifko Grabez, armed with a revolver, takes a spot a little further down the road. In the centre is Gavrilo Princip. Having proved himself a crack shot with his pistol, he is here to ensure the job is finished if one of the less experienced members of the gang should botch the attack. Although he's supplied weapons, Danilo Ilic is unwilling to actually commit murder. Unarmed, he prepares to watch the action unfold. As the car proceeds along the Apple Quay, the Archduke's wife Sophie is particularly enjoying the procession. Because of her low birth status, Sophie has never before been allowed to accompany the Archduke on an official tour. Today, as a special wedding anniversary gift, the devoted husband has arranged for her to accompany him for the first time. As the car approaches, Mehmed Basic has the first opportunity to attack. The car passes directly in front of him, but Mehmed Basic does not act. But there are still 6 assassins waiting for their chance to strike. Next on the route is Kabrinovic. Like Princip, he is dying of tuberculosis. With the knowledge he has a terminal illness, Kabrinovic is desperate to go down in history as a martyr for the cause. With the car just 20 feet away, Kabrinovic strikes the percussion cap of his grenade and hurls it at his target. At the last moment, the Archduke sees the bomb coming and raises his arm to protect his beloved wife. The driver accelerates and the grenade bounces off the back of the car. Kabrinovic had forgotten the bomb had a 10-second delay. Without waiting to see if his attempt was successful, Kabrinovic sticks to the plan. After swallowing his cyanide, he jumped into the River Milchka to ensure that he dies. When the bomb explodes, the car is clear of the blast and the Archduke escapes unharmed. The remaining assassins are too stunned to react when the car drives straight past them. 12 bystanders are injured in the explosion, including Erich von Maritzi, part of the Archduke's retinue travelling in the car behind. Despite his suicide bid, Kabrinovic was captured. The cyanide he had taken was very old and only made him vomit. Although he jumped into the river to be sure that he died, it was only 4 inches deep. As he is taken away for interrogation, he says,
"I am a Serbio."
but the plan had failed. Gavrilo Princip has just eaten a sandwich and is now standing outside Schiller's Delicatessen on the corner of Franz Joseph Street. The Imperial Party now plan to visit the hospital. This means driving back along the main street, Apple Key. But somehow, the chauffeur becomes confused, and he now takes a wrong turn which will change the course history. Gavrilo Princip just happens to be standing outside Schiller's Delicatessen when suddenly the Archduke's car turns into Franz Joseph Street. Completely by chance, fate has brought the assassin and his target within 10 feet of each other. Poitorek notices they are going the wrong way and tells the driver to reverse, but the gears become jammed. Although 2 shots have been fired, it seems as if no one is hurt, and Count Harrach notices the Archduke is bleeding.
As I pulled my handkerchief to wipe away the blood, Her Highness cried out, "For God's sake, what happened to you?" Then she sank down. I had no idea that she had been hit. His Royal Highness said, "Sophie, Sophie, don't die, live for our children."
Both of Princip's shots had found their mark. Despite Franz Ferdinand's bulletproof jacket and lucky charms, he had been shot clean through the neck, while his pregnant wife had been hit in the stomach. This photograph actually captured the moment when Gavrilo Princip was apprehended. The cyanide was again ineffective, and he was wrestled to the ground before he could shoot himself.